Hey guys, it's Cx BlizZrd, and I know if you saw the title, you're probably thinking, oh, here we go again, Clutch Clan ending and starting over and over again, and that's what I'm here to explain. So, let's start from the beginning. I'm sure many of you remember back in April when we ended the clan the first time. So, from our start as a clan, like a long time ago, we basically grew to become this huge, sweaty clan full of tryhards, and once I realized that we had so many people and just so many try-hard players, I just couldn't manage it, and we got so far away from what we started out to be in the first place. So I basically ended it back in April, almost as like a reset, just to take a breather from dealing with this giant team. And then a month later we started over again, and we wanted to do it differently. We wanted to do it the right way this time, and it was almost like our second chapter, and we wanted to be a family team who just kind of had like fun like we used to before. Like back before we ever became known in the COD community or anything like that. So we planned to bring the team back in June, and when we did bring it back, we wanted to be a family again like we used to be, back before we did any YouTube or anything like that. So like little to no recruitment, just all the OG players just chilling like we used to be back in the day. And this would have worked out perfectly, but there were still two problems. The first problem had to do with our GB team. When Whale, Mirage, and myself came together to do this a second time around the right way, Whale pushed the idea of having a GB team. We said it was okay, and we ended up picking up like 2 people for it, which was no big deal. The problem started when the GB players we had, they wanted to continue recruiting more and more sweaty GB players to the team. And I was put in a position where basically I had either to let in the people that they wanted, or the whole GB team was gonna leave, and that's kind of how they made it sound. I wanted to keep the peace with everyone, and I restarted it a second time to be a family once again. That's why I ended it and restarted it back in June. But I found myself caught in the middle, and half the team was a bunch of the original members who just wanted to play for fun, and the other half was it was some of the best GB players on Xbox, and eventually we spiraled into picking up about 10 more GB players than I had intended. And it came to the point where they wanted me to cut the OG members because they said that they didn't do anything for the team, or they made a reputation weaker or whatever. I chose not to listen to them because I never wanted to come back as a comp team. I wanted to come back as a family, and that's where I stood. And they left and made their own team called SX. Whale was the one who recruited all of these comp players, and at first he just shrugged it off like, oh yeah, well, I'm going to be in Clutch for the family, but I'm also going to be in SX because of the GBs. Well, what actually ended up happening was that Whale was dual rostering, and he never really played with us. No hate to him, but he was caught between the two teams, and ultimately, the original members of Clutch, they ended up voting him out because of this. Whale has a lot of talent, but he was with Mirage and I to bring this team back and make it a family again, and then he kind of pushed towards picking up a bunch of comp players that I never really wanted to have in the first place. So after all of the comp players ended up disbanding to go and form SX, I ran into the second problem. I had the team that I wanted, and the team that I originally set out to bring back the second time around. All of the original members I first started the clan with. That's what our team was again. But I was still the only one making videos. In addition to this, my life is taking a lot of turns because I'm about to go to college, and I didn't know how busy I'd be, or if I'd be able to keep the clan shut up, and since I was making all the content, I kinda just gave up on it again. I don't want to say I ended it a second time because we all still played together, but we ended the YouTube side of the clan, at least temporarily. So in July when I ended it, I announced that like it was ending to the YouTube community because we weren't really planning to make videos for a while. But I still wanted to play Xbox with the team because, like I said, they're family. But I couldn't constantly go on uploading, so we took a break from YouTube to reapproach how it would work. We've found our solution. This time around we're doing shit the right way. We aren't really going to recruit many people, if anyone. We won't have a comp team, and our roster will be limited. Cx Mirage got a good PC, and he has a lot more time on his hands now that he's graduated, so he said that he wants to do most of the uploads. I also learned I'll actually have more time in college than I originally expected, and after taking a break, I figured out how to balance everything out and keep everything organized. Everyone in the team is going to contribute and help us produce quality content that's actually entertaining, not dumb spawn trapping gameplays and 1v1 videos. We've got the OG members of Clutch, and only the OG members, plus 3 or 4 people who have really helped out and contributed over the 2 years that we've been a clan. We're gonna play video games and have a good time like we should have all along. No comp team to get in the way of our shit, no Xbox community bullshit, just us. If you don't like it, unsubscribe, but this is how we want to do things, and this is how we should have done it all along. At the heart of it, we just want to keep on doing what we love doing. That's really what it is. We don't want to stop, and now that we found a solution for producing the content, we don't really have to. This is what we love, and you can tell who the real family is in all this because they are the ones who are still involved and still play together. They've always had each other's backs through thick and thin, and in this clan, they've always stuck around even when the clan was taking turns for the worse. And we figured it out. It's not even a matter who we recruit anymore. At this point, it's our main friend group. You're just family, or you're not really family, and that's just how it is. But this is our third time around. The summer has really been a trial and error period for us, but I think we figured out everything now. Thanks for watching, and be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to our channel.